Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Pokemon Sleep. Let's head in and check out last night's sleep research. I hope you all slept well. Feeling a lot better after my last night of rest. So I'm expecting some good things in this sleep report. And then we'll follow up on yesterday's plan and see how things have been going. Full 100 sleep score. Did not sleep in quite as long because I did not need as much rest. But that looks a lot better. A lot more slumbering, a lot more cyclical sleep, and a lot less dozing. And it all balances out. So now everything's fair game today, which is nice. These are the days where you can get something fun and unexpected. It is still the early parts of the week, so only got the 5 spawns, but on a top belly already is nice. So let's see who showed up. Okay, we got Metapod, a top belly, Wacoco, Falafi, Crocolore, Okay. Well, I guess on the one hand, I mean, that would be very enticing for someone that was looking for Fuecoco, which is not me. It's a lot of one-eyed sleep today. All right. Are any of you hungry? Metapod's hungry again. And it looks like I already had Fuecoco fed a little bit. It's 32, oh my goodness. Let's take a look. First, let's grab the daily gift. 10 diamonds, nice. So, could take Fuecoco home. Could take another Metapod home. At least with the Fuecoco, I feel like I might actually. There's just different opportunities as an ingredient collector. I already got what I feel is a pretty good Butterfree already, or at least I just don't have the drive to get one yet. I guess because it's just not on my radar. So we'll go with Fuecoco. It's a little bit overboard since it's only got 3 pips left, but it's a biscuit not spent. At least a biscuit that doesn't come already. You know what I mean? I'll leave it there. It's an interesting first set of spawns for this Prelude week. So maybe tomorrow I can get the other 2. And let's share out Fuecoco just by itself. It doesn't matter between the 2, it's 1 candy either way. Alright, there's at least a lot of Fuecoco candy, so that'll be helpful in getting Skeletors that I do want to use higher up. Getting some more Dream Shards as well, that'll be very nice towards the end of the week, getting those bigger payoffs. What do we got? Lonely. You had 2 other siblings there. I don't know why you're lonely. And you've got all your ingredients. Okay, so. Not helpful for an ingredient collector. But let's just check out these sub-skills anyway. Sleep XP bonus. Skill Trigger, which is not bad for one that recharges itself. Inventory up's great. Berry Findings okay, and Ingredient Finder M all the way at 100. And it has Speed of Help up. So it's okay. Ingredient spread just makes it not something I would want to field. But that's okay. It was just a check. We can move on. And because we do have EXP gains Blastoise on the team, we're also gaining a little bit extra EXP for the big team. Not a whole lot of sneaky snacking, because I did gather a lot of stuff right at the end of the night. Some more honey to cook with, which is good, but I feel like I've got that a lot in abundance. Venusaur is very good at picking up ingredients. Okay. Looks like we have news. Ooh, we have news. We've got news. Okay. Let's start off with new arrivals. Trico, Torchic, Mudkip, Plusle, and Minun. We got some stealth drops in here? Okay. Let's dig in. There have been reports of Pokemon appearing that were not seen here before. Maybe this is thanks to the sleep research you've all been conducting. It may be possible to encounter them during your sleep research sometime soon. So we have... I haven't been having to say these names in a long time. So we got Trico family, which is the grass type, says Trico, Grovyle, and Sceptile. You've got Torchic as the fire type, Combustican and Blaziken as the fire and then fighting type. So these do have some berry changes. Keeping that in mind. And then Mudkip, Marshtomp, and Swampert as a water and then ground type. And Plusle and Minun, which are electric types. We hope you're looking forward to this. So they'll start appearing starting from July 14th, 3 p.m. And if we get any incense, which we should as part of the missions for that week, you'll be able to put those on starting from 3 o'clock. So, this is important next about where you can encounter them. So for green grass, you've got the Trico family, the Torchic family, the Mudkip, everyone, all of them. Let's just add more into that pool. Green grass is crowded. At Cyan Beach, you'll be able to find the Trico and Mudkip families. At Taupe Hollow, Torchic and Mudkip families. At Lapis, the Trico and Torchic families. And Old Gold Power Plant, Trico family, Plusle and Minun. So Plusle and Minun are going to be in the green grass pool, which just kind of gets everything. It is like the melting pot of Pokemon Sleep, and Old Gold Power Plant. So they may have some really powerful skills. I think maybe they want to be skill specialists, just because we've already had, well, Dedenne is already a skill specialist. Thinking in the Pikachu adjacent Pokemon, Pikachu's got berries squared away. Maybe Plusle and Minun will be ingredient collectors, but have similar but different ingredients? It's fun to speculate sometimes. Also important, for the dozing sleep type, the Trico family, so that will be the one that will be most difficult for me. Snoozing will be the Torchic family, and slumbering for the others. Oh, I'm sorry, it's just Dust Torchic for snoozing. Plusle and Minun are also in there, but the rest of the Torchic family will be in slumbering because of their changing to fighting type. Oh, that's good to know. Main skills. Plus Ingredient Magnet S. Plusle's main skill. Gets you ingredients chosen at random. If there's one or more other Pokemon on the team with the plus or minus main skill, gets even more ingredients. So they partner with one another to make it even better. So if you have them paired on a team, that's already going to be a steep ask. Two Pokemon very close at power levels to be able to work well with one another. The additional ingredient will be the same as the first ingredient slot in the Pokemon that use the main skill. So Plusle gets additional ingredients. Minus from Minun gives you additional cooking pot room. And it restores energy to one random Pokemon on your team if you have a Pokemon with the plus or minus main skill. Well, I guess the way that it's also worded, you could have 2 Plusles and 2 Minuns to really like bolster. So if you really need to get a lot of ingredients, 2 Plusles would get you a lot of ingredients all at once. And if you need to cook a lot because the other Pokemon are getting a lot of ingredients already, 2 Minun to give you lots of space. Oh, that's fun. That adds an interesting aspect to things. Cool. So I do hope then that they are skill specialists. They can take advantage of this quite a lot. That would be a lot of fun. All right, moving on, because there's a lot of news to get through today. Yeah, I didn't even notice that when I ran through. That was a nice little stealth drop in there. We got a lot of Pokemon coming in soon for this anniversary. So, it's time to celebrate Pokemon Sleep's 2nd anniversary. This 2-week event is a special time to celebrate the 2nd anniversary from the global release on July 20th. In addition to the arrival of Pokemon from the Hoenn region, such as Trico, Torchic, and Mudkip, we're also planning a new photo mode feature. And it's not just Trico, Torchic, and Mudkip. Hoenn's own Plusle and Minun will be arriving too. Also, limited time Dream Gifts will appear each day next to Snorlax during the first week of this event. You'll see what's inside the Dream Gifts when you open them. No spoilers. During the 2nd week, there will be a new limited time feature that gives you various research bonuses, plus there will be various other bonuses such as an opportunity to use Mini Candy Boost. On the day of the 2nd anniversary, that's July 20th, that's a Sunday, we'll be also giving item gifts including Pokemon Incense for Plusle, Minun to help you befriend and raise those Pokemon. On top of that, you can complete limited time missions in the first week, get rewards such as Pokemon Incense for Trico, Torchic, and Mudkip, and Pokemon Candies in the 2nd week's missions. We hope you're looking forward to this. So we've got 2 weeks ahead of us, starting from July 14th, running all the way to the 28th. It's available in all areas, so there's no specific spot that you gotta go unless there's a particular set of Pokemon you're looking to hunt. And the missions will also run for those weeks. Week 1, you'll be able to run the entirety of week 1 and 2, so if you don't get to it, that's fine. It's only that 2nd week that you gotta focus and make sure you get those done. Photo mode. Let's read about that. Photo mode is a feature that lets you take and save pictures of a research site and the Pokemon in it. The photo mode's option lets you do things like toggle whether or not certain bits of information are displayed, or choose the picture size. Note, photo mode can only be used from the home screen or the Sleep research screen. That's fun and exciting. Get together some team photos. That would be nice. That's a nice little memorial keepsake. Could also help in just organizing information. You know, keeping photos of like, here's the team setup that I usually do first. Anyway, getting ahead of myself. It seems like fun. I'm looking forward to it. It's a little bit of whimsy that is nice to have some feature ads. For those of you that Dream Gifts are a new thing, because we did have that last year, if you want to see what they were in and spoil your gifts, I guess you can go back and look at what those might be. Dream Gifts will appear on Snorlax's side during the first week of the event. The gift lineup is the same for all researchers. Each day, the contents of the Dream Gift will be chosen at random from that lineup. That means that all researchers who log in all applicable days will get all of the same rewards. It's just the order in which it's different. If you don't accept a Dream Gift from the home screen after logging in, it will be sent to your gift box, which is where you're seeing that nice little exclamation point behind the news here on this menu. So you won't receive dream gifts for days that you don't log in, or if you're still doing the tutorial. So if you've got friends interested in starting, or you're just starting yourself and are on the tipping point, now's a good time. You're gonna get a lot of good stuff. And then mini candy boost, we know what's going on there. We're gonna level some Pokemon. All right, there's more, but wait, there's more. The following effects will trigger in the applicable areas during the event. We will have event balanced sleep for all days, so you pick whatever research site works best for you, so you will get something from every sleep style. Certain Pokemon will be more likely to appear. For the first week, we will have at least one hungry Pokemon, at least. Main skill chances will be triggered by a multiplicative of 1.5. Helper Pokemon XP will be multiplied by 1.5. The number of candies gained will be multiplied by 1.5. And like I mentioned, the dream gifts. For the second week, dishes will be 1.5 times stronger, 3 times for extra tasty, and 4.5 times for extra tasty on Sunday. Candy boost will be in effect for the second week. And then a new limited time feature that gives various research bonuses will be available. We'll probably get those closer in week 1 of this event, just to continue to build some suspense. So during the event, Trico, Torchic, Mudkip, Plusle, and Minun will be more likely to appear just in week 1, so just base forms, and then in week 2, all of them. So week 1 sounds like is a good opportunity to focus on trying to get the base versions of the Hoenn starters and Plusle and Minun, and then week 2 is just the grab bag. There is a nice big list here. I am not going to read through all of this, but I will let that sit on screen for a minute. And normally this would be where like, oh, I definitely want to go to here or there because there's just like something specific. So what it looks like is that at least for week 1, we're going back to Greengrass Isle. Everything's there. We'll have Trico, Torchic, Mudkip, Plusle, and Minun available. And then beyond that, probably for week 2, I would imagine as well. Just because everything is on that plate, and they are at the greater appearance rates, so that is the best opportunity to see all 3 of them. Because each of the other respective research areas doesn't have all 3 starters in one place. You can go to Cyan, North Hope, or Lapis for like specific starters, but not all 3 of them in one spot. And eventually I will be going back to Old Gold Power Plant, I'm sure, trying to get Plusle and Minun, unless I get really lucky on Greengrass. So, take some time, choose the research area that works best for you. But wait, there's more. This is, I think, aside from the mythicals, the single largest amount of news dropped on a single day. This is a lot. So we've got bundles to go with all of these new introductions. So these are the Befriending Bundles, Volume 1. So we've got these available from the 14th running to the 28th, so the full gamut of the 2nd anniversary event. Looks like we've got bundles for each of the starters. So the Trico bundle at 1,500 diamonds includes 6 Great Biscuits, 7 Poke Biscuits, 3 Trico incense, and 80 Trico candy, with 1 available for purchase. The Torchic bundle is the same, just replace Trico with Torchic. And the Mudkip bundle is the same, but replace with appropriate starter. It looks like we also have a bundle for Plusle and Minun. That's just one. And that's a whopping 2,500 times. But that's got 10 Great Biscuits, 9 Poke Biscuits, 3 Plusle incense, 3 Minun incense, and 70 Plusle and 70 Minun incense. And then the copy of how incense work. Interesting, to say the least. So if there's a particular Hoenn starter, this is actually a pretty good bundle at cost to get a good amount of incense and biscuits to recruit. So that's good. But definitely bankrupting to try to go for them all. So I'll probably abstain from the Hoenn starters. What's mildly tempting, and I'm glad that these are going to be around for a little bit, it's expensive. It is. But if Plusle and Minun, and this is just speculation on my part, if Plusle and Minun happen to be skill specialists where you want to get good versions of each so they complement each other really well, this could be a really good bundle to be able to make sure that that's going to happen. Especially on some of those days where, because you're a green grass, you may not get a lot of them. But then again, you could also go to Old Gold Power Plant and kind of help narrow your odds. It's food for thought. Again, always play within your means. Just, I do have enough diamonds to do it if I wanted to. It would just be a very big decision. So, I'm going to think about it. And I'm not going to be getting it right away, even if I did. I'm going to see what the skills end up turning out. And our last bit of news. There is an update. It just includes bug fixes. So make sure to go download the most recent update from your App Store of choice. And that finally covers our news. That's a doozy. It's an anniversary, so it's to be expected. But I am very much looking forward to all of that. It's nice to get a little surprise in there. All right. Let's check in with everyone else. Let's check our community reports. We got some fun stacking. 41 reports from the community. Some sneaky snacking coming in, bugged out. Alright, and I'll mention it now, gave it a couple of days. There's a spot open on the friends list. So, make sure to get those requests in. The research ID will be found in previous videos. So go on a little bit of a scavenger hunt if you're looking to get added onto the community. And thank you everyone that is currently on the community for your continued sleep research. Those candies I'm sure are going to come in big handy next week. With that out of the way, we can now get to collecting this morning's ingredients. Alright, I'll take one, better than none. So far, been doing particularly well at keeping pace with my ingredients. Milk and honey have not been the issues, because I did have a little bit of back stock to start the week. In addition, that Pawmot has been helping out getting milk. There's a lot of berries. Hopefully that's enough to cook breakfast. Otherwise, we had to go with an option. But I was able to make Clodsire Eclair for all 3 meals. So there was certainly no hiccups yet. And as you can see, like they're doing a bang up job of keeping pace. I just have to make sure to check in a little bit more frequently than I normally have, just to try to make sure I'm clearing out any of those berries. Good, I got enough. So, looking at things, certainly enough milk, certainly enough honey. Cocoa is kind of teetering, but Blastoise does do a real good job, so it comes in pretty clutch. And Vikavolt, I'm at pace, but could be doing a little bit better. And it's only two bits of filler, so everything else is kind of filling in nicely. I did cash out. You eagle-eyed viewers will notice I did cash out my extra tasty for dinner last night. And that did work out nice to get a little bit of a boost. If it comes to a point, I'm going to check later today, that I've just got an overabundance of, let's say, honey. I can flip the Dene on the team for, let's say, half a day and just build up some extra tasty chance odds just to help. Because it'll give an opportunity to make a little bit more ingredient space and make those cooks a little bit more powerful. Alternatively, I could also flip off the team one of the ingredient collectors that has just been... So like, if I'm also like just overabundance of milk, and take Milk Blastoise off for a little bit and get like a different coffee collector or a different cocoa collector just to build that up. I can do that too. And look, we can almost get everyone in frame. But end of the day, Ultra 3 on Greengrass Isle on a Tuesday feels good. I do like that. But that is going to be it for today. I've already gone super long. This is not usually what happens on a Tuesday. But thank you so much for stopping by. I hope your week is going just as good, if not better. Always happy to hear down in the comments below. And I will see you back tomorrow with some more sleep research. But until then, sleep well.